faceoff. The Icebreakers take possession here on the opening draw, and we are underway. Moves it to Ovechkin. Quick shot! Turns it away. Oh, and what a save as he gets that one, too.
What a sequence. I mean, he has been outstanding, making consecutive saves. I mean, his defense, they got to start playing.
We're still in the early stages of this period. The game is still scoreless. Ovechkin's won the draw inside his own end. Moves the puck along the half wall. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Bean. Takes the feed. Oh, lights out. Hit in the open ice.
He knew exactly what he was doing with that hit this early in the game.
They score! And just like that, it's a 1-0 hockey game.
Well, they started like a freight train, just steamrolling their opponent, James. I mean, they really dictated right from the onset of this game. That tells me one thing. They were prepared coming in.
Ovechkin's won the draw at center. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Oh, and somehow he gets a sliver of it and keeps him at bay.
Hong's able to make that save look easy, James. It's because he gets to the top of his crease, he cuts down his angles, and then he can redirect it to safety.
Wagner's got the puck, and he's going to hang on.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
The Icebreakers have had way more chances offensively, and as a result, they're leading in this one. Ovechkin's won the faceoff. Across the line from center. Moves it in front. And he opts to backtrack here on the play. Now a quick pass to Burns. Picks off the pass in the defensive zone. Moves it around along the half wall. Delayed penalty coming up here. Quick pass to Richard. There's the whistle, and here's the call. Ovechkin's getting 2 for interference here. He's off to the box.
Well, the advantage is going to go to their opponent right now here, James. So they got to get out on the ice, and they've got to be aggressive by nature in this PK. Force the puck to vulnerable spots and get it.
My God, we don't need to fucking watch this shit.
The Nighthawks will have a chance to get on the power play for the first time this evening.
Well, in a 1-goal deficit on the power play now, you have to take advantage. You have to find a way to get the coverage moving and find good scoring opportunities.
And that's intercepted by Bean. He's it up. Gets in front of a one-timer. Angles it over to Topping. Hammers a shot. Oh, what a stop.
Let's have another look at that monster of a hit there, James. You got to love it. You have to have great timing, and you got to know when your opponent's vulnerable.
Wong's ready to take the draw here on this power play. The Nighthawks will go to work here in the offensive zone. And he catches that one with the glove. Wagner's going to opt to hang on to this and get a whistle.
But yeah, he anticipates the play really well right now, and he's able to hold on there, and I don't mind that play at all. He hasn't been busy, hasn't had to make many saves. His team's winning this game, just can reset as well in his own zone and allow that line change.
The Nighthawks will start off on the attack after winning the draw. He scores! Off the pipe and bulging the twine!
Well, it's a game of inches, isn't it? And this time, those inches, they work in his favor. They go right into the net. One of the toughest things to do is get in and get entry, and when you already have a face-off in...
The Nighthawks gave one up early here in period number 1, but almost as quickly they get it right back.
Well, they've stayed the course here, and halfway through the period, I feel like they're just finding their legs and they're getting into rhythm. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get into it here, James. They found it.
Big hit on the play. And that will... Oh, how did that stay out?
Oh, I don't even know how he made that save, James. That was all but in the net and complete desperation and complete level to make that one. Well, the goal light does not go on, and no one can believe it, James. We're going to have another look at it. Man, was that ever electric. This is unbelievable that he can get to this puck. You think it's in the net, then he comes out of nowhere with a sprawling athletic save.
And a great save. Passes out front, and that's off target. Slides the puck down low. The Nighthawks will play it against the boards. Bang on passes center in the neutral zone. Excellent stick work on the play. Poked away. The Nighthawks gain control of it. Handles the bang pass along the boards. Oh, look at this chance. The Icebreakers look to start the transition game. Oh, they telegraph the pass and he picks it off. Oh, great read on the play. Feeds it over.
The goaltender is very aware of where that puck is in that low slot area and defends his crease by getting out, being aggressive, and taking away any of the net.
Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Wagner's going to hang on to the puck for a whistle.
Tom's last save has to give this team some momentum. I mean, that's a point-blank chance that he's able to take away. Just very aggressive and assertive in his crease.
Past the midway mark in this period, we are all tied up in this one. Ovechkin's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Moves the puck to the attacking area. And now it's grabbed by Ovechkin. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
Tom's made an incredible save there. Not sure how he kept that out of the net. Just really athletic. I mean, you have to be acrobatic to be able to get to the top of your crease like that. But he read it perfectly to be able to make the save and keep it at bay.
Late goings of this period. It's all tied up. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Blocked, although that might be a save.
Oh, that is a save, James. I don't think the goaltender would have gotten to position in time, and he's able to take it away.
Takes the shot and makes the save. The Nighthawks will play it in their own end. Another hit. He will feel this one by the end of the night.
Oh, a tough night for him. He's going to have to keep his head up and move that puck quickly if he doesn't want to get banged again.
Here's a shot. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. The Nighthawks scoop it up along the boards. Passes it over. The Icebreakers gain possession in their own end. Ovechkin's got it in the defensive end. Clock ticking down here inside the first period. The Icebreakers gain control of the puck against the wall. Hard hit frees up the puck. Big time hit in the corner boards. All right, time to get a clean sheet of ice here as period number 1 comes to an end. As you heard the horn sound, we'll be back with much, much more as this is going to be a fun one tonight. Teams are back on the ice, both squads gliding into position for the start of period number 2. A tightly contested 20 minutes to start. Let's see if this continues here in the second. Ref's arms in the air. We got a penalty coming up. Whistle blown, stopping the play. Scott's going off to the box for 2 minutes.
Well, you're going to get the interference call anytime you impede the forward movement of your opponent when they do not have the puck. You got to allow that to happen, otherwise you're going to the box. I expect that they'll go with the exact same formation that they were successful on earlier, James. An umbrella power play set where you have 3 up high and really you're using the top of the offensive zone. You want to draw the coverage out, and then you can look for cross seams and perhaps dive down and really attack the net.
A short-handed breakaway. Iggy's going to play it to the corner. Feed to the middle. Great defensive heads-up play to pick it off. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. From their own end, trying to kickstart this power play. Here's a short pass to Wong.
Scott standing up, ready to go.
Oh, he'll field that one. What a block.
Well, he's firing on all cylinders here, getting to that shot lane. He really anticipates the greatest threat on the ice, and he makes sure that he redirects that puck.
Odd man rush. There he is on the backhand. Big time stop there. My word, they've really got them hemmed in here in their own zone. Nice zone entry from the right side. Here's a shot. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one, because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
Levels him with the hit. The Icebreakers gain control of the puck. The Nighthawks have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Topping swooping in on the attack. And that slides right out to center ice. The Nighthawks have it now. Puck picked up by Topping. Grabbed along the board by Bean. Levels him with the hit. And the puck takes a funky bounce off the broken stick on the ice. Shot! Oh, and he stopped that rocket! And he's pulled over to the ice and loses the puck. Grabs the puck and looks to make something happen. Absolutely fearless to step in front of that shot. Puck is picked up here in the neutral ice by Bean. Takes it at center.
Bean's looking pretty banged up out there, James. Looks like he's fighting, pushing through something. He's struggling to get to the end of the shift.
Here's a backhander. Denies him in close.
You have to be quick in your crease if you want to be able to deny low zone shots. He does that perfectly as he's tight to the shooter right there.
Oh, and some smooth skating to lose the defender there. The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck in their own end. Here's an odd man rush. Scores! A timely finish, and they've taken the lead.
Well, sometimes you can feel momentum swing, James, and you can tell that they're playing with more confidence, and as a result, they get a little puck luck and they put it in. Well, these are the types of plays in a game that you don't get often, so you have to make good on them, and they do exactly that, James. They utilize the space they're given, they have the numbers, and they make their opponent pay.
The Icebreakers are up by one, and this is certainly a team that seems to play with more confidence when they're not chasing the game, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's always better to be when you're in front, James. I mean, you know that you have the lead. You have a little more confidence when the puck's on your stick, but there's a lot of runway left. They have to play with that confidence, but they have to manage the puck as well.
She handles the feed. Play is blown dead with the offside. The Icebreakers continue to lead it here in the second period. They have been very active in the offensive zone tonight. Ovechkin's quick stick lands from the puck here at center. The Icebreakers carry it along the wall. Fires it! Oh, and it goes off one of her own teammates in front. Great read by Ovechkin. Look out. Shoots it on the backhand. Denies him. Receives the pass. There's the collision, and look who's hit again.
Well, he's been a punching bag tonight, James. He's going to have to find a way to get out of the way.
Heavy hit into the wall, and look at this. We're going to get a stoppage here as the whistle's blown. That pane of glass is broken.
Well, safety is the first priority, and it was a thunderous hit, and as a result, there's a crack in the pane, and they'll have to replace that, James. The maintenance crew will come out here and make sure that it's taken care of.
Puck grab by Burns. The Icebreakers played along the boards. Then he hits one of his own teammates with that shot. Here's a chance! That's a paddling!
That's a fantastic save by the goaltender, but his team has to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice. Those high-danger scoring chances eventually go in.
Scooped up along the wall by Burns. Slides it diagonally to Iggy. And offside, we'll get a reset here.
Hong's found his rhythm here, James, looking real nice in his crease, the way he's moving, taking away a huge opportunity for his opponent with that high-danger save.
Getting into the later stages of this period, the Icebreakers lead it 2-1 in what has been an entertaining game thus far. Good hit to bump him off the puck. Dishes it to Wong. The Nighthawks looking against the half wall. Made that stop. From his own end, he moves it up ahead. Takes a shot. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. Well, there you go. We played 40 minutes. Final chance for the coaches to push their messages home, and we'll see the third period coming up in just a matter of moments. And they are ready to drop the puck on period number 3. And this one's underway here in the third. Well, with 2 periods played, Pounder, your thoughts?
The Nighthawks are right where they should be in this game, James, and that is behind entering the third period. Why? They just haven't had the puck. It hasn't been on their stick, which means they haven't been able to generate anything offensively.
The Nighthawks gain possession. Gains the zone through the middle. A little dipsy doodle and he loses possession of the puck.
Wong's known for his creativity, and he tries one too many moves there, and he loses the puck.
The Nighthawks pick up steam and are on the attack. Heads to the back of the net. Can't hang on after that hit. And makes the save.
It's always a challenge to make a save when there's tons of traffic in front of you, but he does a great job of tracking, staying dialed in, and makes the save.
Looking to clear the defensive zone. That's not going to fool him.
So I love what he's trying to do here, James. He wants to separate the body from puck, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge and an intensity.
Lots of time left in this period. The Icebreakers are clinging to a 2-1 lead. And with the 2 centers tangled up, the winger skates away with it. Picked up along the wall by Ovechkin. And he gets a chunk of that to keep it out. They score! And that's back-to-back snipes.
Well, it feels like there's a wave of a momentum, and it has certainly changed. You can get the opportunity, but you have to execute. That's 2 in a row. I thought that he should have had this puck here, James. I think he does as well. There's one player net front, and yeah, creating a screen, but he's got to out-battle that player one-on-one, find a way to track that puck.
Good defensive effort to poke it away. Gives them nothing in front.
Ovechkin's having himself a multi-point night, and these are the types of nights that you dream about, and I'm continuing to dream because I've never had multi-point nights. So you got to savor them, embrace them, and get as many minutes as you can when you're feeling it like this. That's why the coach is throwing him over the boards.
Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Oh, relentless pressure, and they come up with the turnover. Scores! They put it
Oh,
home!
James, no. This is not going to count. Wait a second here. The official waves it off right away. I think there's a kicking motion here, and this could be confirmed by a review.
They're going to go upstairs.
The official waves off this goal initially, but they want to make sure that they get it 100% correct. That is why they come together and they go to the penalty box under review with the war room. They have multiple different angles that the officials can't get. So it comes back to them. It's a good goal, and this is the momentum for the away team.
There's another hit, and you get a sense that this was a game plan to go after him tonight here, Cheryl.
Well, he certainly has a bullseye or target on his back, James.
Takes a shot. Oh, a little love from the glove.
Oh, that's an absolutely massive hit, James. These are the types of hits that can change the landscape of the game. The power of the legs right through the body. Lack of awareness there on the puck carrier.
Ovechkin's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. With possession along the wall. And a poke check knocks the puck away. Slides it across to Wong. And a smart heads-up read to come up with the puck. And that's a great read to pick off the pass. He grabs the puck here at the point. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. There he is from the slot. Oh, he kind of fought it, but he keeps it out.
Wagner's made a nice stop there, and that can be difficult to do, James. I mean, sometimes you get cold or you get lulled into a game where you've been in the offensive zone most of the time. So it's often about timely saves that makes the difference. I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional, certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
The Icebreakers are in the home stretch of this one here in the third period and lead by a wide margin. Puck scooped up by Richard. Moves it on over to Wong. Boom! Wow, what a thunderous hit there.
Wow, that was incredible. Everyone is on their feet. Man, he got nailed.
And that ricochets off a twig in front. And it's a quick pass to Topping. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Can't complete the pass as it goes off a stick. Through center along the wing. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Feeds it over on the rush. And that's off a stick. Here's a chance. And she misses. She missed the net on the play.
Well, the goaltender's going to tell you that she misses because they're in great position, and that's arguably sometimes what happens. Not a lot of room. You're looking to be too fine, and you miss the net.
What a stop.
What I love about this sequence of saves is knowing where the puck is, and his awareness is outstanding. He finds it, he makes the save. Not once, not twice, multiple times.
Blows him up on that hit. Quick shot. Oh, he gets his glove on that and just enough to keep it out.
Whether you're a player or a goaltender, so much of the training is about reaction, and you can certainly tell that it has come in handy for him because he makes an incredible save just by instincts alone.
They've got numbers here. Moves into the slot. Big time stop.
A timely save is everything to your team, and this goaltender, he bails his team out.
Passes it over to Ovechkin. Breakaway. Can't get that one to go.
That's extremely frustrating when you do the work to get in on a breakaway, and then you get nothing in return, a missed opportunity. Wong's in a lot of pain here, James. You can see it in his face as he's hobbling and laboring, trying to get back to the bench. Anytime you're injured, you want to know exactly where the play is. You don't want to put your team in a vulnerable spot, but you got to get off.
And just got a piece of it to keep it out. Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. Intercepts the pass. And that one's denied. Scores! And look who's at it again. They are really turning up the heat.
Well, so creative and free. And the reason why you can play free, because you're playing with a ton of confidence, not afraid to put the puck to the net and, of course, retrieve it.
Taken by Burns. And that's off a stick. Loses his balance on the play. The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck along the boards. How did he stop that one? The Icebreakers take possession of the neutral zone. Ovechkin's got it against the boards. Scores! And that one going off the defender for an own goal.
James, how surprised you think the goaltender is? He just spins around and tries to clear the puck, and he fires it past the tender.
The Icebreakers have definitely used the shoot-first mentality, and look at the score here late. Wong's won the draw here in the neutral zone. Oh, no margin for error as he got body and wall and crunched. Wagner's now at the bit, and they score.
Well, they have a numerical advantage with the goaltender out, and it's all about numbers now, James. It's about outnumbering your opponent all over the ice, finding the seams, and then really pressing and being urgent in and around the paint.
And one more face-off coming up here before this one officially wraps. And this one's in the books. Well, it's a big, shiny W in their EASHL debut. Couldn't draw it up any better, I'd say.
Yeah, it was perfect in terms of the end result. And when you look at this game, you saw the execution, the communication. Everyone is happy. I mean, the coaches, the staff, the trainers, all the personnel that put so much into this opening game.